I'm so happy you're back, everyone, to my show called Growth Factor. I'm Amalia. And right now you're looking at Guy Tenenbaum. And why is he here? It's to help you save someone's life or maybe your own. Because even though he looks so healthy and so vivacious, he was given a death sentence of cancer. And Guy's going to talk about that and all the processes he went through to save his own life and the wonderful people he met along the way. So, Guy, if you could tell us what your first symptoms were and then what your diagnosis was.
I went to see my oncologist, not my doctor first, of course, and he told me go to see an oncologist. So when a doctor tell you go to see an oncologist, you understand you have a big problem. And when my oncologist told me it's a stage 4 terminal cancer, it's worse. So my oncologist told me, enjoy the rest of your life. You have 3 months to live. So I was desperate, you can imagine. And after some time, it was very hard to do a brainstorming to say, no, it will not happen. I will search. I will find a way. I agree with the diagnostic, what they say, but I don't agree with the prognostic. And it was my fight. And to do that, I searched all over the world with the famous Nobel Prize, with the famous professor. I push all the doors to understand what happened to me. And when I understood that, I can say a big thanks to Thomas Seyfried. I call him Tom because he asked me to tell him Tom. He saved my life. He saved my life when I understood that cancer is a metabolic disease.
Okay, you don't believe. I published all these papers. What part of it you don't believe? Oh, I never knew that. Oh, people say, I never saw that paper. Well, you don't read the damn literature. You know, if you read the literature, you'd be saying, oh, and you can't believe how many people say sugar has nothing to do with cancer. Now, sugar doesn't cause cancer. It's not a carcinogen. But if you have cancer and your blood sugar is high, you die faster. The tumor grows faster. It's clear. Hundreds of papers published. And then you go to an oncologist and sugar has nothing to do with cancer. What, are you kidding me? These guys don't read the scientific literature. So I don't know what to say. I mean, what can you say? I'm on here talking on your show. I'm telling you and whoever's listening, right? This is the way it is. They don't believe me. Then read my papers and see what you think, right? If you say, I don't believe it. Well, hey, listen, there's a lot of people who actually believe stuff that is incomprehensible, that anybody could believe some of these things. But what are you going to say? But anyway, you can always look at my papers and read the information.
What is a metabolic disease for me? It's I did it. I did my cancer. It was not my gene. It was not from something exterior. I did it myself. My body did my cancer. So when you understand that, you can understand that you can save. If you reverse the process who gave you the cancer, if you reverse it, you will cure from cancer.
I understand. Okay, that's so refreshing. Thank you. And that's the reason I started my channel. I wanted to help people, Guy, with
Like me.
Yeah, with anxiety, with doom. There's so much fear in the world. Getting a diagnosis of multiple sclerosis or Crohn's or bipolar, schizophrenia, stress related issues, and then cancers too. It's so scary. So I'm so happy you're here today to save a lot more lives. So what were your first symptoms? What made you even think there was something wrong with your body?
I had a pain in my heart, and I was thinking I have something in my heart. And it was a metastasis in my bones and not my earth. And when I discovered this, that's why I have some metastasis in my back and here in my bones. So that's why they told me I'm done. And I understood very, like I say, I can save my life. And I saw, of course, what is autophagy. Oshumi, Japanese guy, Nobel Prize 2016. And this guy said that if you fast, you can, your body will eat all the bad cells you have. The cancer cell, I think it's not more bad than that. Then I did a lot of fasting, and because of Tom again, I understood the ketogenic diet, and I did the ketogenic diet. I didn't eat 75% of fat, but I did keto. I stopped all sugar. I stopped all carbs, and as soon as I did all this, I felt better. So I was thinking, okay, I have to continue. And when 3 months after, I went to see my oncologist. Hello, I'm not dead. And he told me, okay, then the treatment we gave you work, and you are sure? Because I don't take it. Because when I saw on the website, Janssen website, that the Zytiga or Zytiga, I don't know how you say that, is a palliative medication, and with this I can die. Maximum, I have 30% of chance to die from heart attack, or the maximum result I can have is 2 years, 23 months exactly. So I stop immediately, and I prefer use what Tom told me, what all the doctors I find all over the world told me: eat fresh, eat good, real food, not plastic bag with a list of things, maltodextrin, dextrose, E something plus E autre. Okay, so I stopped to eat all this, and I eat what another professor, it's Richard Belliveau, it's a Canadian guy from Montreal. He wrote a book saying all the vegetable who attack and kill cancer cells. Then during 2 years, and today I continue to eat almost only this. And everybody, there are a lot of people saying, oh, you eat raw vegetable, you are a sect. Okay. And I say, no, because when you cook a vegetable, what happens? All the nutrients die. Then I don't say you have to eat only raw vegetable, but you need to eat raw vegetable for the nutrients. And if you want to eat more vegetable but cooked, eat it. Doesn't matter. What you need to do is to give to your body what your body needs.
So you were mentioning you had pain in your heart. What are other symptoms? Do you have anything with your joints, your eyes, going to the bathroom, skin? Was it just heart pain?
Yeah,
What are the other
I,
symptoms?
I had to go in the bathroom 5 times a night and even more sometimes. I felt always very, very weak, very no strength. Uh, I was in very bad shape. And when I went to see Tom, I was fasting and it was 21 day and I was dead. And Tom explained me, you have to take nutrients. And I took nutrients, and it's because of this that I'm still here.
What's the longest amount of days you did fasting?
45 days.
Yeah, I said that to Dr. SEYFRIED in the interview. I said, I think he said 45 days. He said, no, he thought the most you did was 18. But I heard one of your interviews and I thought you said 45. I
Yeah.
don't think he could believe it. I'm gonna email him and say, he did 45 days.
Yes. In the beginning, I start the 19 January.
Of
And
what year?
2019. And I made, if I remember, 20 or 21 days complete fast. And after, I was thinking, and if I help my body to kill cancer cell with garlic, cruciferous, and so I made juice, and I took a little juice like this, but it was not for me. I had intestinal problem, so I stopped. And during the 25 days, when it was too hard, too difficult, I took half an avocado.
Yeah,
Avocado,
we in California we say avocado.
or I took a branch of celery or something, but nothing. We cannot say I ate because I took a branch like this in once the 2 days. So I continue like this 45 days. And the miracle of the fast is after 3 or 4 days, your brain don't ask. Who doesn't ask?
Doesn't ask for food?
Yes, for food, because he knows that you will not have foods. Then it stop asking, and your body switch from glucose to ketones. And when you are under ketones, you feel great, you feel better, your brain work better, and it's fantastic. And like this, you have no trouble, no problem to continue for a long time fasting or fast.
So your first fast was 21 days?
No, 45.
The first one you ever did lasted 45 days.
Yes.
Wow.
And
Okay.
after, to not give cancer a routine, because everybody knows that cancer find always a way. So I didn't want to give a way to my cancer. So after that, I ate 2 days. After 1 week, I didn't eat. After 3 days, I didn't eat. And like this, I did almost 2 years like this. And I did a lot of very prolonged fast. I just said when I was to see Tom, it was the 21-day fast. And it works. I'm here.
You're here. What a miracle.
Yeah.
So, the other question I have is about the fasting. So, naturally, the body needs to eat every day. I mean, that's what we think, or every other day, or whatever. What did you do to have any vitamins, minerals for those 21 days, those 45 days?
Who says that the
Nature?
body need to eat each day?
How often do we
Your
need to eat?
ancestors sometimes have nothing to eat. And the fat is here for that. It's our food when the body make fat, and after, when you have no food, the body eat your fat. And that's the way our body works. And because now we can eat 3 times a day, because we are used to do this way, then that's why they are so many people obese, because the core is doing fat and never spend it, because we always have food. And that's, I think it's a very important problem for the health, especially in US states, because the obese, you see today small kids, 3 years old, 4 years old, very fat. It's not normal.
So let's talk about nature and eating. What do you think, guys? So as a baby, we are breastfeeding or having a bottle all day long. I think every 3 or 4 hours, maybe every 2 hours. And we get to a certain age where I guess you're right. You're saying people around the globe are getting fatter. We're eating too much and too often. And you just asked a good question. Who says we have to eat every day? I never thought about that. So how about this? A normal person who fears dying and fears cancer, how often should we eat? What's ideal, and how often should we fast?
If you hear Stanford, Harvard Medical School, all the big professors, they will tell you OMAD, 1 meal a day. And it's what I do almost since. And I have exception, because when we have a party, I already ate, and the evening, come with us in the restaurant. Okay, I will eat something, but I'm not stupid. I don't want my cancer back. So I did it, but when I did it one day, I will not do it during 15 days, but not always. Each people we followed, we saw then when they are when the cancer is back, it's because they forgot. They forgot, there are a lot of people who doesn't know that the same cause makes the same effect. It's like this, we say in English. When you do something, you have the same result. And so if I build my cancer eating shit, sorry for the expression, if I eat again the same things, I will have the same results. I will have my cancer back. So I don't want to eat Coca-Cola, Häagen-Dazs, McDo each day.
McDo, is that McDonald's?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, the fast foods with all the seed oils, and I'll ask you about that as well. So
Yes.
who were you before?
The worst is the seed oil first, and the second one is the sugar. I
Yeah,
think
I'll share that information.
yes, if you can avoid seed oil or vegetable oil and sugar, all sugar, not only the sugar from fructose, but the sugar in the fruit. Because I have friends who they say, oh, I feel better, so I will start again some fruits. And they are in bad shape again, because the fruit from today are not the same fruit from 100 years ago. It's only is big like this instead of big like this, and no more nutrients inside, but only sugar. But they are very nice. Huh?
The big mangoes and huge bananas. I know when I'm off sugar and I have a banana guy, it tastes so sweet. I could feel the sugar on my tongue.
Yes, absolutely.
I think
And
that tongue is a good test.
It's poison. If somebody want to see, it's easy to go on my playlist on YouTube, and they will find all the doctors, all the professors who helped to save my life.
Here we go. I'll share it right now. So this is your book, and then I'll show. Can you tell us about your books?
This one, the first one, Can We Heal from Cancer? I did it with a friend who made exactly the same thing than me, almost exactly, of course. And he cured his cancer, stage 4, stage 3 in 4 months. His name is Fred Evrard. I sent him to Eric Berg. Eric Berg made interview with him, who already had almost 1,300,000 views.
Wow. On the Eric Berg show, that chiropractor who, and he interviewed you as well, right?
Yes, 4 years ago. But 4 years ago, he had 3 million followers. But today he has 8,600,000.
Oh my gosh!
So the interview of Fred was a lot more successful than mine. The second book, My Battle Against Cancer, I did it for free, or 2 Kindle is free, or $2.99, something like this. I dropped the price the maximum than that Amazon allowed me. I would like to make it cheaper, but it's not possible. So this book, up. Yes, My Battle Against Cancer. This one give my first result. I put my all I have in my belly on the table. I don't know if this phrase exists in English.
Not really.
But I said everything.
I shared my soul, I think we say. I bared my soul.
Yes, it's exactly that. And it was a book very difficult to write, but a friend of mine, Natalie Lott, helped me to translate my what I have in my head in word. And after, this one is the same one, Ma croisade against cancer, contre le cancer, but this one is in French. This one, Cancer Terminal, is a book where I explain, because it was a lot of people saying, no, it's not possible, it's bullshit, and things like this. So I wrote this book with 86 PubMed.
PubMed.
Yes, or Nature, NCI, all how you say that?
It's a place you go for medical studies and journals for free to read all the studies, right? At PubMed, and then you
Yes,
said,
but only the top of the top, the best publication. I put this in this book,
thank you.
and to explain each time why I did this or
Mhm.
why I did that. And it's a
Incredible.
proof because I'm still here.
You're still here. Incredible. Thank
And
you. And I
after,
also,
the last one,
Mhm.
peut-on vaincre le cancer? Meaning the same thing
Mhm.
than the first one, can we heal from cancer? It's the French book of the first one you saw.
And if you want to find Guy on YouTube, we have English and French, right?
Yes, I'm not successful in survive on this one. This one is the French one. No, this one is the English one.
English, and then we'll go to
Yes.
French.
You see, I have a very few. The French one, I have 50,000 subscribers.
Wow.
The English one and 9 million views, and it's sometimes very boring for English people to try to hear me. Then they switch very fast.
And Guy, I want to know, what was your life before cancer? What did you look like? What did you eat? What was your lifestyle? Who were you before?
I was
And how much did you weigh then and now?
I was completely stupid. I said vegetable is for the cow, and I prefer McDonald's, Diet Coke, and Häagen-Dazs, or sugar. And I build my cancer this way. And when I have a starter, what I call starter, it's a psychological shock. I had a problem. And when I had the problem, my cancer starts. It's something.
What did you mean? I don't understand. You had what? Stress, psychological? I didn't hear what you had.
Yes, a conflict with my brother, and this, it was very, very painful for me, and I developed my cancer because of that.
Okay, because I have two family members with breast cancer. They removed their breast, but right before this, a few years before, we were walking with a woman. I had just finished a yoga class, and she said her breast cancer came during a divorce. And when she went to a breast cancer meeting, very commonly it was someone going through a severe family situation like divorce. They noticed that. So is that something we can talk about? Do you feel stress can bring it out?
Absolutely. The stress is, I say always, when you start the car, when you turn the key, it's a starter. And this is how you start a cancer. You build your car, you put gas inside, no problem. And when you turn the key, the cancer starts.
All right, speaking of starters, so I used to do fermenting. I would make sourdough bread and I used a starter. I would make kefir or kefir, which is for milk, and I would use a starter.
Each time you try to make your body, your microbiota, I don't know how you can microbiome. I don't know how to say that.
Oh, microbiome, the gut?
Yes, microbiome better. It's sure that you will build your body to fight against all disease, not only cancer, all the disease. And when I understood, I say again, because of Tom, that I can heal, I didn't heal only from cancer. I had diabetes type 2, disappeared. I had, how you say that? When you have something in, I don't remember. You have to read my book to know it. I'm joking. My hair, if you look, my hair today, and you compare with my hair on a video I did with Thomas SEYFRIED. You will see the difference.
Oh, it's called alopecia. When you lose hair, alopecia.
No, it was completely white.
Oh,
Completely
your hair
white.
got darker when you ate better?
Yes.
Oh
And
my
I
goodness.
had a lot more, a
Missing
lot
hair.
less. Yes.
Yeah.
And now it comes back.
Oh my
And
gosh.
everything worked better. When I had to change my glasses, I find the old glasses, because the new one was too strong. And before, when I put the TV, I put with the remote on 20. Now I put 12. So it's working better too.
How about your skin? When my sister did a similar treatment as you, I think back then we called it Gerson therapy. It was a lot of juicing and vegetables, but I'll ask you about that in a moment. She had a mole on her face and that fell off. Did your skin change in any way? Did you notice any differences?
Yes, it's softer, but this is perhaps also because I regret a lot, because when you have cancer, in the beginning you know nothing and you believe the doctors. And when the doctor told me you have to do an orchidectomy, I accept it. And what a mistake, because of that I have no more testosterone. I have to do a lot more effort to have muscle, to keep my muscle. It's a mistake. It's a big mistake, and it was too early. When this guy proposed to me to do the orchidectomy, he told me that anyway, the piqûre, the injection of Firmagon was very painful, and because I have only 2 years maximum to live, told me in this moment, it's better to have no pain than have injection painful. So I accepted because I knew I was 68, and at 68 I'm sure I didn't want more kids, and my wife was 66. So okay, it was not a big problem, but today I regret.
What else did you do? So you allowed body parts to be surgically removed or injection?
No. It was too late. I was lucky because it was too late. It's funny when I say that today, but the doctor didn't took part of me. I didn't have chemo. I didn't have radiotherapy. I had nothing. So it was possible for me to rebuild my body, to rebuild my system, and it's why I'm here. And
Yeah,
it's what I try to explain to everybody. Then palliative chemo is terrible, because when you start palliative, the name say what the meaning is. You will die. You accept to die when you take palliative. So never take palliative. I'm not against allopathic medicine. When you have a tumor in your breast and they can remove it, it's fantastic. They remove it and you have no more cancer. But when it's too late, why put your body more in pain? I don't understand that. And a lot of professors explain all over the world that there are no proof that palliative help. You will not have one day more with palliative chemo. And more than that, you will have a lot of bad things, problem because of the chemotherapy. When it's palliative, if you have a chance to be cured because your cancer is not very aggressive and they can do radiotherapy, why? Why not? Why not? If they can save. But when I say but, it's because I never find nothing from myself. All was written since years in all the publications, the scientific publication of PubMed or Nobel Prize or Nature. I find the way to do it, and why other people don't do the same. Why only one people did it? Perhaps Kelly Turner. Kelly Turner is a woman, she's a doctor in Stanford University. And she wrote the 9 keys of remission. And she find 1,500 people all over the world who did the same things, and all of them are alive. And without know this woman, I realized when I read his book that I made exactly the same things. My friend Fred, I wrote the book with him. We did the same thing. And on my website, Cancer Therapy in French, we have plenty of people who did the same things, and they are alive.
Incredible.
It's not so complicated. It's
God,
not.
The part that might be a little complicated for us is on my show, I've had doctors come on who had their own medical struggles. One was Dr. Dannenberg. You could see it below if you click. He felt, I believe, if I'm saying this right, that meat and fat saved his life. And I think you use vegetables. And he talks about a hospital in Hungary called the Metabolic Hospital or something. And they're not using any supplements. They're using possibly fasting, but they're using meat and fat. So I want to know, ever since your diagnosis, do you just eat vegetables? Do you eat any butter or coconut oil, any oils, any fats, any animals? What do you eat?
I ate, when I ate vegetable, maximum of raw vegetable. I ate coconut oil, avocado oil, olive oil, a little bit, really a little bit organic chicken, grade A. I ate very little grass-fed and Finnish grass meat, but not the meat from a supermarket. Only grass-fed, because it's not grass-fed, you have omega-6 instead of omega-3. And all the vegetable oil are omega-6. What is omega-6? It's inflammatory. And where goes the cancer? On inflammation. It's easy to understand.
And what test do you use to check up on yourself? And how often are you testing?
Once a year maximum, because it's not good, of course, when you take a lot of sugar, radioactive sugar, it cannot be good, because it's very funny when doctors told you, no, they are no proof that the cancer eats sugar. And I answer, alors how? Why did you use a PET scan with radioactive sugar to find the cancer? Explain me. They, no, we don't use sugar. Okay, tell me, what do you use? I never had an answer.
Oh, good
No,
point.
I'm not. You know, I always say, big pharma. It's the purpose of big pharma. It's to earn money,
Mhm.
like all business. How we can say to big pharma, it's your fault? No, it's the fault our in French, for example, we have the politics, and the politics don't do what they have to do. It's to save the sick people, and they prefer say, okay, do chemo, than eat vegetable. And they know, because we wrote a lot of letters to them explaining and why, and with proof, and with, they don't care. We are charlatans.
I have some questions from your fans. I told people that I was going to interview you, so I have some questions. One is, what would Guy recommend to someone who just got diagnosed with cancer today, as detailed as possible?
It's difficult because I'm not a doctor. I cannot give advice. You know, the first phrase, then Tom Seyfried told me, I'm so sorry, I'm not a doctor. I cannot help you because I'm a biologist, I'm not a doctor. So I can say what I will do for myself, or I will say to my son or to my wife, I will say, change your way of life. Forget the stress. Be strong in your brain. Say, no, you will not die. You will fight and fast and eat real food. That is the most important.
Thank you. Here's another question. Please ask Guy how he set himself up for optimal success in terms of discipline. Was it the old saying, fear is a great motivator? Did he have to revise his entire pantry? Did he have an accountability partner? Did he keep a journal? Did he meditate, run, do other things to build focus and discipline to stay on the path?
I made a journal, not a real journal, but I did one almost not far from 2,000 videos on my YouTube channel. But the most important, I think, is you have to convince you that you will not die. But because if you convince you that you will not die, your body will do what you tell him. And in this case, it's easy to refuse a glass of Diet Coke. But if you are not convinced, you will drink the Diet Coke. Sorry, Coca-Cola. Huh?
I won't tell them what you said.
Well, don't
So
tell her.
People they're asking questions. You kind of answered it. Fruit, fats, bread, sourdough, and fermented foods. Let's start with fruits. You mentioned fruits. If someone
No,
has cancer or wants to avoid cancer, do you say never have a fruit, never have a berry, never have a
never have
banana?
a fruit, even the small fruit.
Can you say it again? I say it again.
Never eat fruits when you have cancer, because it's fructose. It goes directly in your liver, and it make big. The only who eat your fruit is the cancer. So don't eat it. You will find on my playlist or type cancer and fruit, you will see how many people say don't eat fruit. And you will find somebody who said in 2000, it's my wife.
Hi, wife. What's your name?
In 2000, in 1050, in 1950, you will find people saying, you can do fruit cure, and it's very okay. Perhaps it was like this, but not today. A fruit from 100 years ago,
Okay.
not the same fruit than today.
And the other confusing part for people, including myself, because, I listen to doctors who save their life from meat. And there's also other people who feel vegetables save their life. So it's very confusing for us. So the other question from one of your fans is, what fats are healthy from animals? Is chicken healthy? Is fish healthy? Is beef healthy?
It's very easy to understand, because when you have a chicken in a big how you say that, hangar, in a big
Big pot,
closed,
big tray.
yes, and he eat soja. He doesn't eat grain, never, because we give him antibiotics. We give him this, of course, is poison. And if you eat fish who are raised fish, it's poison.
Okay.
If you eat real chicken alive and he's outside and he eat natural things, it's okay. If you eat fish who was catch in the sea and not in a place where there are a lot of metals, mercury. I don't mercury. How you say that in English?
Mercury.
Mercury, and you can eat it. Then you have to eat the small fish, because the small fish are too small and they don't have too much mercury on it.
I think
And,
anchovies, maybe you meet anchovies, little fish.
yes, anchovies, sardines, small fish, all the small fish.
What do you think of salmon and tuna?
Tuna, no,
No.
because tuna is a big fish full of mercury.
Okay.
Uh,
Salmon?
Salmon, when
good?
it's not too big, yes, the salmon is good.
Okay.
If it's not raised, and it's very easy to recognize them, because if it's raised, it's orange.
Very orange.
White straight.
Oh.
And if is
You mean naturally caught is better? Naturally caught?
yeah,
Like the
natural.
grizzly bears do in Alaska, just catch it?
Yes. This one are red, and they are no fat inside.
Yeah, those white lines.
And the bad things, the good one is perhaps better for the health, but not so good that the bad one. The raised one are always better.
Okay.
Better for the taste, not for the health.
Oh, got it. And what about fermented foods? Do you believe in fermenting foods for your gut? Like What would you say about bread and sourdough, or no bread, no sourdough?
Bread, absolutely no bread, no cereals, of course. We never ate cereal before. And even if we ate some cereals, it was not the same cereals than today. It's exactly the same things with the fruits. So we cannot eat cereals today.
How about milk, fermented milk? People are asking me,
Fermented, when it's fermented, yes, because sugar was eaten, yes, disappear with the fermentation. But when you drink milk from a cow outside in another country where they have no machine, no agroalimentaire industry, you can drink it. But if you drink pasteurized milk, it's terrible. It's terrible. That's why all the kids are fat today, because they eat pasteurized milk, and that's why they have very sooner than before diabetes and all this metabolic disease.
Yeah, I have two more questions. One is, if someone just wants to go away and be taken care of with this diagnosis, are there hospitals or centers that you know of or recommend, or did you go anywhere to where they'll feed people,
No,
take care of people properly?
I was in Mount Sinai Hospital.
Mount Sinai? What
Mount
state?
Sinai. Sorry?
What state was this? Where was this?
In Florida.
Oh, Florida.
And Sylvester. And Sylvester, it's University of Miami.
Okay.
And they will do a research. We have an appointment. It's tomorrow. No, 28th, the 28th. We have an appointment to try to find and to explain to them how I survived. And they are smart because they try to understand and to help the sick people. And it's not all the hospital are not like this. I like also very much John Hopkins Hospital. They try to understand and they try to help.
And what state is that? John Hopkins?
John Hopkins is in Boston.
Boston. Okay, you like that one?
Yes, yes. And I don't know them, but I know what they are doing. And they try to understand, they try to help. If I can speak about France, I don't know any hospital in France who try to help. They follow only the doxa. We say doxa.
I think in English it might be dogma, maybe.
A dogma. Yes. They follow dogma. They don't care if they see, okay, it's like, perhaps Jason Fong. Everybody say for the diabetes, it's a Canadian guy.
Okay.
Everybody say we cannot cure from diabetes.
Okay.
Type 2. Why I cure my diabetes?
Right. Oh, good point.
So it was with fasting. When you don't eat sugar, you have no more diabetes. It's very easy to understand that. And this guy explained everywhere, it's a very famous guy, how we can cure diabetes. If for the people who knows me, we say always that we cannot cure arthritis.
Arthritis, the joint inflammation and hand.
If you look my videos 1 year ago, I cannot move.
Mm.
Today, I have no more problem.
Wonderful.
But we cannot cure it. Huh? Only with a little bit of brainstorming, and you find the way. What is arthritis? It's because you have a lot of acidosis. And what do the acid? It eats your
Cartilage.
yes, and bones. And if you give your body something else like baking soda, each morning after I discovered this, I ate lemon or I'm tired.
Are you going to say apple cider vinegar? Do you do that?
Apple cider vinegar.
You believe in
with
that?
baking soda. Yes.
You.
And it disappeared.
I was wondering about that. So
But
you were
who
doing.
Say that. Big Pharma will explain that. Huh? Apple cider vinegar costs nothing, and
Lemon,
baking soda less
baking
than
soda.
nothing. Okay, I have no more arthritis.
How often would you, if someone's having body pain, tell me the prescription for apple cider vinegar, lemon, water, and baking soda? Water also?
Each, I took a spoon, a teaspoon, raise, not a lot, in a little bit of lemon, half a lemon or a lemon, a complete lemon, or apple cider vinegar. I put this. I add after it go bigger.
Bubbles.
Because they are foam. And after that, I drink it. And if it continue, if I have not a lot of result, I test with, you can buy pH things, you pee on it, you know what is this?
Is it for your ketones, for ketosis, that one?
No, not for the ketones, for the pH.
Oh, just pH.
Yes. And you see that your pH will raise, then it's okay. And don't take too much, of course, because if it's 8, it's a lot too much. But if it's 6, 6.5, it's okay. If it's 4, it's not a lot. So I did 6, 6.5. And I follow my pH, and my arthritis disappear.
And what prescription would you say if right now I told you I have achy elbows, fingers, joints every day for a week?
I to do is to test. It's to test you with these things, a pH tester, and you check. And if you have 4, you know that you are in acidosis, then you have to take it. If you are 8, of course, you don't need to take it.
Okay, that's really helpful. So you're saying the pH is in your urine is a sign of inflammation, is where you can see how inflamed.
No, not inflammation.
Acidosis.
The side of acidosis.
Acidosis.
And acidosis, where goes the cancer? When on inflammation, and to have inflammation, you have to be acidic.
Okay.
So, easy to understand also.
I have 2 last questions. What do you eat today to keep the cancer away? Like, what's your typical lunch, dinner?
I eat first raw vegetable each day.
Which kind?
Garlic, cruciferous, all type of cruciferous. I did on my website a lot of videos of what I eat. And after that, I eat a little bit protein. Protein is fish, sardine, anchovies, grass-fed meat or something, but it's very easy to see if you have too much or not enough protein. When you go in the bathroom, if your urine is foamy, it's because, and it smell, it's because you have too much protein.
Okay.
So you have to reduce it. If your urine is normal, not foamy, then you are okay.
Okay.
You have a lot of signs like this, and you will find all this very easily on Google, on YouTube. And I say always, I didn't discover nothing. I searched and I understood what was existing. It's very important
I
to say, I'm not
Excuse me.
guy who said, oh, I will try this, with this, I will eat this, and I will go better. No, no. I find what was working since 100 years. For example, Otto Warburg explain us what is cancer. He gets the Nobel Prize in 1931. It's almost 100 years. And today, there are a lot of people who doesn't know who is Otto Warburg.
How do you spell Vambu?
Otto Warburg. It's a Nobel Prize who discover what is cancer and what cause make cancer.
Okay, his name is Otto. How do you spell his last name? Like
Otto, O-T-O, Warburg, W-A-R-B-U-R-G.
Thank you. And my last question, Guy, is basically people, I didn't catch what you did traditionally. People with stories like yours, typically they'll do something traditional and then they'll go in to the alternative, what you did, the newer, now that we understand you don't have to cut and burn and radiate. So I didn't hear what you did traditionally. Did you do a little bit of what the doctor said? I didn't quite catch that. Do you take any pills or surgeries?
Told me you will be dead in 3 months. How I can follow that? It was not possible.
Okay.
When the French Institute of Cancer told me, you are a charlatan, you have to follow what your oncologist said. Then I said, okay, I had to follow. So I had to die in 3 months. Yes, I answered that. No, I said always I was lucky. I had no problem to refuse some treatment because it was no more treatment for me.
Right.
I'm not different from everybody. When they ask me to do the orchidectomy because it will be less painful.
Did you do that? Orchidectomy? Did you do that?
Yes.
Oh, you did that. Well, you said it before, but I just wasn't clear. If you did.
Yes. And it was a big mistake, but it was not important. I knew that I will die in 2 years maximum. So, okay. But today I regret. And you know something funny to finish, if you want. The first time I went to see my oncologist, he told me 3 months. After the 3 months, I asked him, I'm not dead, I'm sorry. Huh? I don't follow your advice. And now, how long I will stay alive? He told me, perhaps 6 months. Okay. And when I went to see him 6 months after, I lost a lot of weight because of the fasting, and because of the fast. We say not fasting because of the fast. And okay, he told me with Zytiga.
What's Zytiga? You said that before. Is that a medicine, Zytiga?
Yes, it's a hormonotherapy, terrible
Okay.
hormonotherapy. It's palliative. I stopped right away when I discovered it was palliative.
Mm.
And he told me, with that, you can live 2 years.
Mm.
Okay. And then I never took it. And 1 year after, or 6 months after, I don't. When I saw him, and now, how long I will live? And he told me, you see, the Zytiga work fine for you. And yes, you want the box? They are in my kitchen.
You never took it?
No, I took it for 1 month or almost 2 months until I discovered that it was palliative and I have the risk to die with a heart attack. So I stopped right away. But I continue fasting, eating well, and I ask him how long I will stay. He puts his hand like this. Only God knows.
Oh, finally you got the right answer
Yes.
after you asked 4 times.
Now he will do a study with Sylvester. Sylvester is a for cancer, University of Miami. And the 28th, we will start to find a way to save people.
Beautiful.
Yes.
I love that. How did you deal with the doctors and people who said you're a charlatan? Were there family, friends, and doctors that said you're crazy? Don't do what you're doing. Please do this. Did they do that to you? And how did you handle it?
Yes, I had people like this. But when they saw that there are so many testigo, no, this is Spanish, témoignage, people who said that yes, it works, and when you témoignage, I don't remember the name. When the people say it's working, it works. When they are
Do you mean
people
placebo? Placebo?
No.
No.
When people who made the same thing than you tell to everybody it works. I did it, it works.
Okay.
Un témoignage in French. When they saw that I wrote 5 books. And each book, who made the foreword? It's professors, big professor, or Eric Berg, or Thomas SEYFRIED, or Maurice Israel. Only famous people. And they cannot say these people are charlatans. So they understood that perhaps I'm not a charlatan. And anyway, I put under each video my result. They can see my bone scan, they can see all my medical chart, and nobody can say I never had cancer, and nobody can say I'm not cured from cancer. So it's difficult to say something against me. I don't take money to anybody. I have nothing to sell. I do only this to help people, to save lives. That's it.
Thank you for being here, Guy, to save lives. So now we have your YouTube channel in English and French. We have your books and we have you. So you're living proof. And thank you, because there are going to be a lot of people watching this, helping save friends and families' lives. What else did you want to say? Advise us or anything you want to say, Guy?
My goal today is to help. Then if one day you need me for anything, call me and I will be here.
Wonderful. And I'll leave all your information in the description. And those of you look in the description, I can help you as well. My email is growthfactor.org@gmail.com, and reach out to Guy or to me for whatever you need. And thank you, Guy. Anything else you wanted to say before we go?
No, nothing else. I think we said everything.
Well, maybe I'll say it correctly in French. Merci. Did I say that well?
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.